All right, hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to part 4 of our playthrough of Railway Empire 2, the Steel Dragons DLC. We're playing the third scenario called Journey to the West, set in southwestern China in the mountains, and we started in Lanzhou. Now, we've expanded out from our 4 city cluster. We went down here, picked up some express lines, established a business here, which we may or may not use, probably won't. We've expanded out here to set up a 3 city cluster in the Nepal region so that we could grow these 3 cities, particularly Lhasa, because that's a task coming up. Right at the end of the last one, we saw a business opportunity in Lhasa, and we've got to grow the region. I'm not sure how big, though. Honestly, I don't know. Now, we have the option here of putting stuff like I was thinking right here, when this hits 40, we put saltpeter in Comdo, right next to the fertilizer or the manure, which will make the saltpeter. Then we were going to put the medicine over here in Nagyu. It'll be at 40 soon, or we could put medicine here. And then the other one we need we need silk products, saltpeter, medicine. Okay. We also have the option of going over here. Now we've got sulfur. We need sulfur, indigo, which we've just set up, and indigo, sulfur, and saltpeter to make medicine. So saltpeter here, I like that. That won't be too long before it hits. We're growing it nicely. And one thing I do think is we're probably slow on this line, the line that has like 4 trains on it, this guy here. Let's rename this. Let's call this the QAM LHA NAG exchange, for lack of a better word, just so I can figure it out. Now it takes 32 days. We'd like trains to hit there like every 5 days. So that's would be six. Yeah, 6 trains would be nice. Let's just throw 2 more trains on there. There we go. And we've got the station here that's pulling ceramics out of Lhasa and taking them over here. Now, the reason I'm going blah, 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 and so much is, do I want to put something in here to grow the 3 city cluster, or do I want to put something in here to hit one of these targets? And we've got to think about, we've got all these reserve spots. We've got a reserve spot, don't we, here? Did we fill it? We've got a reserve spot in Tianshui. We've got a reserve spot in Lanzhou. We've got a reserve spot in Cannon. Oh, yeah, oh, man. If we make medicine in Gannon, my only problem with that is that the task that's coming up, see, this is produced, that's fine, but we also have a transport 40 cars. But I think that would be great if we were to just put the medicine in Gannon, or Gannon, or Gannon, however you say it, and ran the indigo down there, would be easy enough. Ran the sulfur over there, could come up here or come over here, probably over here, and then had saltpeter from here. Then we could make our medicine in Gannon, and we would produce easily. We'd even have a consumer for it. They want one a week, and they have a big enough warehouse. They would take probably maybe 16. About 16 in their own warehouse. So that would actually get that production done. Then we'd be shipping it over here to Lanzhou, which also wants it. And in fact, we could set up. We could go to our warehouse here, and we could say, okay, medicine. Let's take medicine as well. Saltpeter, this, sulfur. I think that's the way to go. So, and again, saltpeter here, which I like. Or, well, any of them could make saltpeter, right? Saltpeter. What else is there? We would have saltpeter, we'd have medicine. Oh, the silk products. Silk products we need somewhere, and they need some indigo. And Mian Yang is not ready because we chose to put the paper in there to help them grow. So why don't we do? Let's do the silk products here, and we'll have to run indigo, way over here to do that. But that's okay. I kind of like that. We'll have the silk here. We'll have the indigo, and then they need the cuttings from Ganon, which we're already running. So let's do that. Let's go right here. Let's take our reserve lot. Let's switch it over to silk product, silk weaving mill, right there. Let's bump this up a couple of times, I think. Yeah, let's do. Okay. So we're going to have a nice thing there. We want 1.2 cloth cuttings. So are we making 1.2? We've got a fashion industry here that isn't even making anything close to that. That 1.4 would be real close. So let's go ahead and run this baby. Bump that up so we're making more cloth. The cloth cuttings will start coming down here to our silk weaving. And our silk weaving will need indigo and raw silk. Now, raw silk is down here, but we've got our nice new line we just made. So we can just come out of here. We can have a separate line for it like this. And have it go like so. Something's wrong. It didn't like the curve. Um, all right. You can go like that, and then you can come. I think we'll make this one a run full. Has a very specific purpose. Like that. It picks up supplies, it picks up repairs. It goes here to here. Priority silk, running full, out of track 2. A Prussian, 10 days. That could support like a 5 demand, and we've got a 4. Okay, beautiful. So we've got our silk coming. We'll have our clothing coming down, and let's just make sure by adding another line here, and we're going to make it a freight only line running the Prussian, and its priority is going to be the textiles, and make sure that's happening. Let's just let that deploy. There we go. There we go. And then we'll run the indigo. And the indigo, I think what we're going to do is connect up. Ooh, I'd like to actually come off of that. I was going to run it to Lanzhou, but I think I'd like to have a line that came off of here. Ugh. I really would. I'd like to have one that goes like this, and then goes up here to X. Uh, left side to left side. There's no way that's going to come out of there. No way. that has possibility. Those tunnels are the killers, I think. So let's back off and see if we can do a better job with that. I don't mind spending the money in a way, but at the same time, why? Here we go. Here we go. That's a little better. I think that one tunnel is kind of necessary. Unless we ran this up the hill more like this, and then got rid of that and that. And yeah, look at that. Now the tunnel disappears, but the bridge is ridiculous. However, that's a little better. And let's see what we got for money. 159 million. So what can we do? Well, all right. All right, we're past the point of worrying about money anymore. Okay, kind of, sort of. Let's double track this. Okay. And this one is going to be, and we're going to run indigo. So let's do a bypass as well. We haven't really done a lot of bypasses. I've just been kind of going through the towns or through the stations, but we can do a little bypass like this. All right. Now our indigo is a problem because we need indigo for this, and we could even, you know what, we could even make some silk and then dump it, forget it, stop making it, and turn it into medicine. That could be done. Is that Would that be extremely stupid? Mm, no, but indigo is going to be an issue for us. We've got to have big production of this. So I want to think about these silk products again. It's okay. We can back off if we need to. We've got it up here. We need 1.2 indigo, right, on that line. So we need 1.2, and we're making 0.6. Hopefully one upgrade. Beautiful. We'll do it. Now we're making the 1.2, and we have to get that 1.2 all the way over here to 10 Shvi. So if we come out of track 1, if we come out of track 1 running full with indigo, and we go all the way to 10 Shvi, it's going to take 48 days. We're at 1.2, let's call it 2. We would like it to be at 28 days. So it's going to take a couple of trains. I'm going to call these freight. And we're going to start one. And then we're going to, wait. Nah. Wait. we're going to have it go here on the way back and leave empty, which it will anyway. It's just meat there. Okay, so run that. Then we're going to give it a buddy. Okay, and now we've got indigo going to our silk industry. We do have silk. We have silk going to our silk industry, and we've got the textile offcuts. So we'll make the silk products. We'll send them to this warehouse to make sure we can ship them right away. There we go. And we should be good to go, I think. All right, that's that one thing. That's the silk products. Now the saltpeter, I do like saltpeter in Kwamdo. I like medicine in Ghanan. And it asks, then the question is, what are you going to make here? We got a slot that's just been sitting there. Oh, let me think. I mean, we could. What could we do? We could set up for medicine right now. Let's assume medicine goes here. Well, crap. Let's assume medicine goes here. Take our reserve lot and we go. Medicine factory goes right there. They want sulfur, indigo, and saltpeter. Saltpeter is going to go here when it hits 40. Yeah, that should be quick. Okay, that's fine. Let's set up the indigo already. Let's go out of track 2. I'll come back to that. Go down here and hook into this track. Okay, that looks reasonable. And let's go back up here. We put medicine here, didn't we? Yes. Didn't we? Yes. Yes. And we'll set it up. And I think we've got it here as well. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. And we will run a train from here to here. Track 2 running full with depression, 30 days. Right now, that's fine. And we know we're going to want more production out of this. Upgrade it at least to there, if not there. We're going to bump it up. Okay. Bump it up to level 4. It's making 4.2. Right now in the medicine, we need 0.3, so we're good. We should be good. So we're going to ship indigo here. Medicine, sulfur, and saltpeter. So we can start doing sulfur. It's right here. We can just run it across and pick up this line here And I think maybe a bypass here would be a good thing as well. Around the station. It's ugly terrain, but I think we can do it like this. All right. And then that puts sulfur coming in here somewhere. Probably. Something like that. Go for it. And up here. All right. And let's run sulfur to here. Running full. 25 days. So I could do a 2, and we're not even making. We don't even need a 1 yet. But crap. Let's just. Well, we're not going to level it up yet. And we're going to watch this city right here. And when it is 40, we'll throw a saltpeter in here and a line dedicated with manure coming out of here, which we should have plenty. Yeah, we got great because we're shipping grain in there. Okay. Oh. So what do we do here? I think we put something in that's going to help us build. A good one would be paper, right? And, and then we can put tea leaves up here. Sorry, I'm making fun of myself. Okay, let's do paper. Paper would be lovely. Let's bump it up at least 1. And given that, let's add one more train that goes here to here, prioritizing bamboo. Well, maybe we'll run a train out of there. And we still got a business in Lanzhou. I mean, Lanzhou could make saltpeter, couldn't it? I mean, it seems like a waste of a nice big thing there. Oh, I know the other thing I wanted to do. I think this will help. Plus, it's kind of cool. We're going to go in here to, we're going to get this view. We're going to go in here and put a station up there. We're going to call this the GAN pass. It's going to have maintenance and a post office. Then we're going to go down here to Lanzhou. We got these 2 giant cities. They ought to be making money with each other. Let's set it back this way, I think. And we'll have a LAN pass with a restaurant and a post office. And we'll go like this. Come over here. like this and into here. For 2.3 million. I think I'm actually going to double track it. I mean, have double platforms at each end. All right. And let's put a supply tower like here and here or something like that. And then we're going to run trains out of here to here, express with the Pacific. It's only an 8-day line. We're going to run 2 trains on at the start. And then we're going to look at these trains that are going here that are running from Gannon to Lanzhou or Lanzhou to Gannon. And we're going to make them all freight trains. Now, that has a couple of benefits. It will make us more money, but this direct passenger mail with all the bonuses, and it'll free these trains up to haul freight. So they won't be tied up hauling passengers and mail, which is something you want to do eventually, even if you start automatic, when your traffic gets bigger and your cities get bigger. So let's just see how that works. Should work great. Got 2 large cities talking to each other. These trains should stay full all the time. In fact, we may even be able to run extra trains on it. And he's not even close to full. Well, we got a bunch of it going out here, so it'll take a minute, maybe. But he should run so fast that he makes decent money anyway. And the other one should be coming. And did I mess up? Did I not give it? Look what I did. I didn't give him switches or signals rather. All right, saltpeter, are you going here? I wish you could look at this and see what you're missing. I've said this before. That would be great. Um, well, we could put saltpeter here. Now that these are just freight lines, they're going to be can easily carry it. Let's do it. Let's just, instead of waiting, let's go here and saltpeter right there. And we'll add a train from here to here that is a priority manure. Okay. And we got a lot going on in this station right here. We could really think about, well, we could think about adding tracks here. All right. Are we making saltpeter? We're starting to make saltpeter. What are we supposed to do with it? Transport it. It'll be created and then go up here. So we, of course, this one flips. All right. So we've got paper. We've got meat here, and our meat is at what level? It's at level 2, which is 3.2, which I think is enough for these guys for running. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of tight, actually. wouldn't kill us to bump it to level 3. Yeah, let's do that. And just make a little more. Now, where are you now? We're at 95,010 shui. Yeah, starting to produce silk. Okay, sorry, I had an interruption, and of course now I don't have a clue what I was doing, as if I did before. I think I really would like to add track here, if we can. Uh, okay, we can kill that and make this, open it up to more, and then, oh, oh yeah, this one. Probably going to have to come out here now. Or I think I'm just going to have to let, no, I don't want to remove, I want to remove that track, and that track. Now, I'd like this to scoot over there. And this to scoot over there like that. And then we can come off of this. Like this. See if we can come off the opposite way. It works again. Again, it works. That should allow that station to process just a lot more stuff going on. Okay. Okay, we're producing silk products. We should be transporting saltpeter at this point. There's some right there. 13 days. That should be good. Are we doing anything up here? 41,000. Not the giant money maker I thought it'd be, but it's fine. It makes money.
Another task checked off the list.
What did we do? We did silk products. We're done with that. Saltpeter and medicine. Saltpeter and medicine. All right. We aren't making medicine yet. Why not? It may not have any saltpeter up here yet. I know it's on its way. Yeah, we've got some on its way. So we need to think about ramping this up a lot. So our medicine production is at level 1. And it's not producing. Well, let's think about it. Let's see if we were to run it up to like a level 3. Okay. So we need 1.2 sulfur. We bought that for a fortune. Ran it up to 2 like that. So we got plenty of sulfur being made. A 2 on this line right here would be good enough. So that train can handle the sulfur into Ganon. And then we need 1.2 saltpeter. The saltpeter, I don't think, has any other use. Yeah, nobody else wants it. Okay. So we want to weigh 1.2. We're 0.7, so let's run it up 1 level. All right. So we're making more saltpeter. And crap, we got liquor going back and forth. I don't want it going back up there, okay? So this guy here, when you're in Lanzhou, you do not take liquor. And here, you do not take liquor. Well, what's going on here? What are you doing? Oh, no. Jiaores to Wang Station. Where's Wang? Out here. We're going to have to make that just run. Where are we? Okay, we're making some medicine. We're moving some saltpeter. Okay, our silk production, we could bring it down if we wanted to. It takes 1.2 indigo, and our medicine, the way we have it set up, is taking 1.2. That's 2.4 we need out here. We're set up with 4.2. So three frequency. Well, wait a minute. To the medicine, we want a frequency of, let's call it 2, which would be 28 line, 30 days. How many we got going to Ganon? We just have 1 going to Ganon. Let's give it a buddy. Okay. Okay, we've almost produced the medicine. The saltpeter is actually the harder one. Are we getting it all out of here? Now we've got noodles to spare. Do we have any noodle deficiencies or noodle wanters out here anywhere? Yeah, we do. Let's go with a line from here to here. We could even prioritize noodles. There we go.
The medicine brings both health to the cities and wealth to the countryside.
Good. And we'll keep moving the saltpeter. We've got 3 here. I'm kind of tempted to have a line that specializes in saltpeter going through here. But we'll just put another line here to here. priority saltpeter, freight line. There we go. Get some more going up there. Okay. Now, what are you? Breakdown maintenance. Zhao to do rest. That's supposed to be to bump that up. I'm going to put I hate to do this. We're going to put repairs here, and we're going to put repairs here. And we're going to take that one that's down, and we're going to make it a 0, and then we're going to reset it and let it start over. And we're going to, let's get away from this intersection a little bit. Let's give it some options. Let's go here. This is going to be a tough little merge here, isn't it? Like this and like that. That's a little more. See if anybody, yeah, people will enjoy taking that track. That should help a lot. And then training, we spend a lot on training, so why not? Okay. And well-being, we spend money on that. So we'll just improve our HR department a little bit. And then we'll go out here and get residual value and get some of these, I think. Now, what are you? Zhao rest to Zhu train station. Oh, over here. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's not getting any supplies because it's that little short line right there. Oh, and we still have, over here. We've got our paper mill. I'm going to bump it up one level. And then we've got rope. Oh, we got another business. So we've got paper, rope. We could actually put saltpeter here, actually. Saltpeter here, right? And we could have a train that runs from here to here. Priority saltpeter. And we could have a train that runs from here to here, priority manure, which is what we were thinking about doing anyway at one point. Let that run. And then our saltpeter production, we can even bump up our saltpeter production a little bit if we want to, like that. Oh, what are you? I have a feeling these guys are just because it's taking them a long time to load, but we'll give them supplies out here anyway. And what's happening here? Yeah, we're just waiting on goods. And we've got, oh, that's so weird. We've got 30, we've got it available. I think it's a function of it's not needed at the other end. So I'm thinking they have all the indigo they want. Yeah, they kind of do. And our medicine production is going nicely. We've got everything except the saltpeter. thought we did 2 of those. There we go. Okay, I think it may be, we're going to watch this saltpeter task. And when it's about to go on us, we're going to put in a university. So I don't really want to grow. Oh, I know what we could do. I know one thing we could do for sure. We could go here and replace that library with a museum. That'll improve that passenger and mail line, and this line for that matter. What are you doing? This one has never worked. We've never been able to take grain from here to here. I don't understand it. I don't know why, but we'll kill it. It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. All right, we're at 19, so let's go ahead and put a university in Lanzhou. Lanzhou is growing, but we don't necessarily want that. We just want credit for this task that's coming up. As soon as we get another saltpeter in here, okay. Oh, that was it. We finished.
It is said that from the filthiest manure, the most beautiful lotus may grow. But it seems that it also makes the purest saltpeter. Just as planned, the smaller rural townships are profiting off our chicken industry, while the big cities are supplied with food, both of them relying on your railways to transport their goods. You can now purchase a territorial concession for the Qinghai province. This region is named after Qinghai Lake, the largest salt lake in the country. It was strongly influenced by the southern route of the Silk Road, which passed through the highlands. As a result, a diverse mix of cultures lives here. It also has rich mineral resources, such as kaolin, which is used to make fine Chinese porcelain. The countryside development plan is coming along great, but for various reasons, the infrastructure in the southwest is not as developed as in the rest of China. For one, there's the extreme altitude and tough terrain, which makes building roads and canals nearly impossible. Then there is the general rejection of all technology and the focus on religion. Resources were invested in maintaining monasteries rather than in civil infrastructure. The connection to the rail network would make it easier for envoys of the Qing government to travel to the more remote areas of Tibet. At the same time, the cities there could be better supplied with goods. I think you know what to do. Lanzhou, gateway to the Silk Road, provincial capital on the banks of the Yellow River. The city in the heart of China has become an important transportation hub for the railroad. Lhasa, capital of Xizang and religious center of Tibetan Buddhism. I never thought I would see railroads here. It's things like this that made me want to become a civil engineer. Progress doesn't stop even at the highest mountains. Even this remote region is now connected to the railway network and is growing rapidly. It is done. Agriculture is booming more than ever, and the cities are thriving with it as their backbone. You have contributed a lot to the development of railways in China. It has been a pleasure working alongside you, and I hope we can work together again sometime.
Okay, well, apparently we were in good shape. We got all those done, plus this on March 25th. Now, unfortunately, they don't give you credit for all the transportation and medicine we've already done. So where are we? At 692. That's a decent score. I don't think it's great. Let's see where that puts us. Uh, 103rd. Ouch. So you guys have killed me on this one. Lone Tree, Steely Door, Predaking, Just Peter, and Strudel. But I've got one more to do, and I'll go off and do that. We got Geezer and V6 Turbo and Big H as well. Nice job, all of you. Well played, guys. And uh, I've got Lone Tree on the first page. Way to go. Way to go. And okay, what do we need to do? We need to finish our one task, and we will probably get a few points for that. So now, what do we want to do to make that better? Level 4, level 5. We'll produce medicine as fast as we can. We've got a warehouse to put it in. And I think we can even like cut off. We could, if we wanted to, we could say, let's not take any more this way, right? Let's not do any more silk for a while. So we're not competing for the resources. And let's just make medicine as fast as we can. And let's just look at this as we need saltpeter, we've got it. We need sulfur, we need these, and we've got more coming. So we're making it about as fast as we can make it. And let's do this. Let's go here. That's not going to work. Never mind. Let's go here. Go here to here. I'll tell you what. Now, this is one time I will say, we kind of got the Blah Razor copy approach on these lines, and you got the Johnny Hughes put them all in one line argument. And this is one time where Johnny's right because this is clumsy. I want to get all the Gannon to Lanzhou. Now, if I'd named them better, it would have worked out better. But anyway, Gannon to Lanzhou. We really want them now when they come back. We want them to prioritize the medicine, right? So when you're coming back, prioritize medicine. Well, there's a whole mess going. Didn't have to tell him, did we? Medicine. And is that a freight? Yeah, it is a freight line. And this one here, prioritize the medicine. And we'll just copy this guy and make another one. And he'll get out there when he can. Oh, getting crowded here. How is this going to work? Four. That's not going to work. That'd be a 2. Ah, like this. Ah, what's it doing? It's grabbing it and going back. That's so weird. Okay, that'll work. I don't know if anybody's going to use that or not. Oh, what a really crappy time to break the system. Go to warehouse, take medicine. We'll load that one up. We'll give him a buddy. Okay. Now I've overwhelmed this station right here. Mm, now it won't even let me build this track. What are we going to do with this? I'm going to train these back to automatic, and I'm going to make it whatever that train is. We're running depression. And I'm going to tell it to prioritize medicine. Yeah, broken the system here. How in the world did I do that? We'll see if that helps any. They're all going over there to the right. So why don't we take the trains that are Gannon to Lanzhou and tell them to go over there and come back on that. No, that's wrong. When you leave Lanzhou, hit that. And when you leave Gannon, hit that one. Like that. When you leave Gannon, use that track. When you leave Lanzhou, use that track. And this guy here, when you leave Gannon, use that track. When you leave Lanzhou, use that track. Medicine between the two. Oh, we don't need medicine here. Hmm. Okay, we're almost done. What are you waiting on? There we go. We're done. All right, let's see how we did. 703 puts us in 92nd place. So, but not good. I mean, that's good. That's good. 92nd, though. That's not where we want to be. Wow. In fact, that's not good at all. So we got Lone Tree who kicked it. Steely Door did great. Predaking did great. Just Peter, Strudel. I was okay. Geezer. Now, and I'm sorry, I said I'm okay, and then I'm going to say Geezer was great. And it's true. Geezer, V6 Turbo, all these are really good score. Anytime you finish one of these, you get chief executive, you played really well. I just have standards for myself that are not, they're not probably not unrealistic. They're probably unrealistic. They're probably not related to my ability to play at all, but I like to think they are. So I like to be up here somewhere, but I'm happy with that. I really enjoyed playing that. I think it's a great scenario. It kind of forces you, let's go back. It kind of forces you to do some city building. It forces you to own a bunch of businesses. It kind of begs, could we play this as the Madam and do well? That initial track would be expensive, but whatever. I think another thing is I've got to think about, well, should we have gone to express trains faster, maybe right off the bat like we did in the other one? Because look at this. We're going to make it 80,000, 20,000 a train down here on those little diminishing. Look at these little tiny. It's down to 7,000 people, but the line is making 80,000 a week, right? Well, what are our best trains? It's our best train. And then the one we had, the second best is this guy here. That's the exchange on our 3-city cluster down here in Lhasa. So, love the game. There's so many ways you could play this. So many. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And join us for our next Row Empire 2 video. Thank you.